This is the Stockwell-Eldridge Show, giving you the real-time information you need to make educated decisions about buying and selling in the world-renowned Twin Cities. Now your hosts and real estate experts, Jason Stockwell and Don Eldridge.
Good morning, Minneapolis, St. Paul. I'm Jason Stockwell with RE/MAX Results. I just air-nucked, if that's a thing, air-nucked.
Or air-pumped,
Air fist pumped. Dawn, she's not here. She's actually in Cabo enjoying
Beautiful Mexico.
everything down there. It's amazing. And we have a great show for you today. Tons of stuff. You should see the papers just spewed across the desk here of all kinds of great things to talk about. And we have an amazing guest today. And, of course, we have Stephanie Havel here with Wells Fargo.
Good morning. Jason and we are just seeing each other all over town. I love it.
We are.
You're like my BFF.
And why aren't
you
you
and
sitting
Katie.
by me today? What's going on?
I know I could.
Dawn's not here,
I didn't know
so
if I should take the chair. I will in the
maybe
next
you can
segment. How
switch
about
in this
that?
segment,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
So Stephanie Havel with Wells Fargo, and our guest today is Alex Bernstein, and I'm excited to have him on the show. I met him a couple weeks ago, and he's going to have great information for you, and we're going to get you a lot of information on him because I know there's a lot of you out there listening that know someone or will yourself need or utilize his services. So we're very, very happy to have him on here, another expert and a great person. So thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to the program. So first off, let's get to it. Market update. What's happening in the Twin Cities market update? I was gone. I went to Vegas for the RE/MAX International Convention. That was super fun.
How was it? A lot of great stuff.
You know,
resources.
I don't know what it is about Vegas. I lost my voice a little bit when I was out there, and I don't know if that's
Were you
just
hooping
normal.
out because you were winning so much or what?
Yeah, that or you're losing and I don't know, but. And then we were at the Spare Key Gala. I saw you there, Stephanie.
Yes, that was awesome.
Wasn't that cool?
Yeah, it's such a great organization. If you don't know, Spare Key is a nonprofit organization that helps families if they've got children or family with illnesses, help make a mortgage payment. So, yeah, Wells Fargo was a big sponsor. So, just great, really great to see all the people in our industry coming together, all mortgage, realtor, title, you name it, all coming together.
There was over 900 people there. It was at
Yeah,
the Depot.
and the theme was glitter, which was
Perfect for you.
sparkles, right up my alley. Yeah, I loved it.
And the first time I got to see Coach Fleck speak.
Oh, PJ, wasn't he a ball of fire?
Yes.
Yes.
He brings it. I was kind of, about that whole deal that went down with the coaching, the firing and the hiring and all that. I was kind of I didn't know how I felt about it.
Yeah.
And after seeing him, hearing his story, he has a very personal story.
Right.
And that's why he was
yeah,
at
and
the
he
Spare
wrote a
Key
book
event.
and so forth. Yeah, about losing a
He,
child.
I think, will be great for the program. Not to say the old coach won either, but the transition happened, and I think we got to move forward with it.
Yeah.
Just like the transition in the presidency, right?
Well,
We gotta
yeah, and
move
even
forward with
his
it, so.
story. I know it related to losing a child or whatever, but he talked about being in the if you're in the boat, it's one thing to be in the boat, and then you can have your oars. But if you're not rowing those oars and moving forward, I mean, kind of what we talk about all the time, it can relate to the real estate market. You're thinking about selling your house. All right, well, you got to contact a realtor and you got to get the house listed if you want to sell it.
And
If
same
you want to
thing
buy
with
a house,
Yep.
you got to put your oars in the water and start getting pre-approved and moving forward. But yeah, what a fantastic guy. I can't wait to read his book.
It was great.
PJ Black.
And then one thing I got to do a quick side note about the Vegas trip. So one of the best sessions that I went to at the Vegas RE/MAX International Convention was at Mandalay Bay. Was Dave Ramsey was there live in
I
person.
saw your post on that.
It was incredible. And it wasn't about financial stuff necessarily. I mean, he did talk a little bit about finances and things, but it was about leadership, and it was by far the most. I thought the best seminar or best.
Did you
session
have
was
like
put on.
one that, and not to put you on the spot, like kind of a takeaway? Like what was your kind of aha moment or one thing that he said that
Dave was so funny. He's kind of a comedian
he
as
is,
well.
right? Yeah, because I've taken his
So,
finance. Yeah, he is funny.
He had this thing and it said, "These are the qualities of a good leader." And this was not just from him. This was like polls and definitions. I mean,
Research,
there's like 5 things. And he said, "Okay, these are the 5 things. This is what makes a good leader in your household and your family and for you and everything, with not just work." And he said, "If you're not one of those, the good news is all of these things are choices. You don't
Okay.
you're not necessarily born with any of them. They're just choices you have. All of them are mental choices that you have on how to be." So he said, if you're not one of those, or you don't have one of those, or you're not any of those, and you want to be a good leader, he went like this. He goes, change. He just clapped his hands twice. He goes, change.
Change. Okay.
And he said, it's that easy, and it sounds easy, but it was true. I mean, so it was very. I imagine they'll put it on YouTube. and have people be able to watch it later because it was so good.
Uh-huh.
But that was really, really a powerful
Yeah,
seminar that he did, and I was very, very happy.
I know. I love Wells Fargo does those events too. And it's just every time I go, I just get so energized. I just love hearing from other
We
people
got to
and
go.
other leaders.
Our
and,
broker took us out golfing in the morning. On Monday morning, about a week ago, we get there, and a colleague of mine, George, was there, and we get off. It was 6:20 in the morning. I just got in that night late. He looks at his phone. He's on the weather app. It was 38 degrees with a 30-mile-an-hour wind. It actually had a wind chill effect. And it
In
felt
Vegas?
like in Vegas.
Oh
it
my.
felt like 25. And I'm thinking, I would never golf this weather in Minnesota.
Right.
What the heck are we doing here, right? But it was, the broker did it. We got breakfast. We got, so I had to buy a winter hat, pants, or the golf pants, just to stay halfway comfortable. And then by the time you got to about the fifth hole, it actually was
warmed up a little bit.
Well, it didn't warm up, but it just, a little bit. It went up to like 40, but it was, you were comfortable enough to do it. And it was a great, great golf event.
You're
in
troopers.
Vegas.
I would have been like, okay, I'll see you in the clubhouse at noon for the Bloody Marys.
Half the group,
Half
the group did
That's
that.
where they were.
After the third hole, they were
Yeah.
gone. Because it was brutal.
Yeah, thanks, John, but no thanks.
But it was really, really cool. And then you come back from there and you're walking around, you're driving around this golf course. That's where I was going with this. New houses everywhere, folks. Everywhere. They're building new houses. And, I was joking with my friend. I said, well, the housing market's definitely back. And we don't know where it will go. But we know at least that in Vegas, they're going to be conservative. They're going to take the slow approach. They're not going to overbuild. And they're not going to go too far.
Right.
That was a joke.
Well,
because they do, but it
I
is
think they're
definitely
still
back.
recovering. I don't, I haven't.
They're still recovering.
Yeah,
so they are
I don't
good.
think they're quite out of the foreclosure short sale market.
Massive
yet.
houses though. There's a lot of money going around, and it was really good to see that type of development. And they're all pre-sold. None of them had for sale signs. They're all pre-sold.
It's all vacation homes from people from California.
I imagine it was.
Or Laughlin. A lot of people are retiring there now.
So the market update that ties into the market update for this last week, new listings actually decreased compared to this time last year. The amount of new listings coming on the market, not a good sign. We need that to turn around, folks. So again, if you're thinking of selling or have anybody who is, I've been saying this over and over again. Now is the time, right? We know it may get a little better. It could get a little better. We don't know.
Right.
Or it could get worse, right? And we don't know. So, but it's the best time it's been in a long time. Pending sales did increase, that's a great sign, by 11%. And inventory decreased again by 23%. However, the total number of homes went up another couple hundred. So there's 8,751 homes on the market. 8,751 homes. I think last time was 8,500. Time before that it was like 8,300. So we're slowly getting up there. We like to see that.
Well, and the Parade of Homes has now started, and I was just of course getting my team are going out and checking out the inventory. 481 homes listed
On the Parade
in
of
the parade
Homes?
this year.
Nice,
Yep, started on
nice.
Saturday, March 4th. So, a lot of opportunity. Get out there and, get inspired. Maybe it is time to put your house on the market and get, or if you're not finding what you're looking for, new construction. I mean, we've been so fortunate with this weather that I think they're going to be able to get houses up a lot quicker
No snow.
than we have in the past.
Get out there. We'll be at Roseville Garden Station today for the Parade of Homes 12 to 6, and then every day after that the parade is open. That'd be Thursday through Sunday, 12 to 6 at Roseville Garden Station, right off of Dale and 36, single level living. And they are doing a promotion right now on a free basement for, I believe there's 3 left, or maybe 2 left, but there's 2 or 3 left that are free basements included, which is a phenomenal
And those are all the single level.
Single level living, all brand new construction. They'll be about 3,000 square feet when they're finished with the basement, and people are loving them. They're starting to really take hold.
Yeah, well, I grew up in Roseville. That's a nice area.
It's a great area.
I like that part of town. I like that city.
Some other things about the market. You're probably anticipating this news. Freddie Mac said that they are a 10-year low on delinquency rates, which is great. People are paying their bills. We're seeing that come back, and we're at a time now where everything is good, and we're at historic norms now almost on the foreclosure delinquency rates, which is great.
Unemployment is down, and you were probably in Vegas, so you didn't get to listen to Trump's State of the Union, or did you watch it on the jumbotron in Vegas?
I did not see it, so I have to catch up and see what happened. I heard mixed reviews. The people that supported Trump liked it weirdly, and then the people who disliked him didn't like it.
Yeah. So. Well, the talk is, maybe it was a lot of rhetoric. It was a little softer. Donald Trump, I will say that, a little more soft-spoken and, kumbaya, feeling the love. But the big thing is he going to do what he says he's going to do? And he kind of did take credit for some of the stuff that's already been done. But
You
I
know what
think
Dave
every
Ramsey
president
said?
does.
Dave Ramsey said that doing what you say you're going to do is a quality of a good leader.
Okay.
So hopefully.
Good. Okay.
we'll
Yeah.
see.
Saying what you're going to do. Well, and that's what they kept saying. He's got really some great ideas and things, but is he going to follow through and do with them? So that's great. Yeah,
I'll catch up. I'll catch up and see that. Couple of things in the market. We'll get to these later, but I got some great news about. Well, not some great news. If you're an employer and you have employees working for you, watch out when the spring and summer come. We'll get to that later, and then we have the quote of the week, which we'll get to later as well in the next couple segments. But we have a couple minutes left just to get to know Alexander Bernstein a little bit. I know there's a long story you probably have, so just introduce yourself, Alex, your business, maybe what got you into it, and we can go into that in the next two segments afterwards. So welcome, Alex.
Well, thank you. We own, Teresa Dubé and I own Wilmot Hill Estate Sale. We're in the business for past 8 years, and we are currently one of the largest, if not the largest, estate sale company in Minnesota. What determined the largest estate sale company? We have 14,000 subscribers, which voluntarily gave us their name, and we invite them to our sales. And we have about 30 to 40 estate sales a year, and all sales is different. So they receive invitations, they look at the pictures, and they come to the sale. How do we relate to real estate? Every estate sale is open house for about 800 people.
Wow. And that's very nice.
And that itself is determinative factor why real estate agents or owners of the house love to have estate sales. And also, it might not be as pretty if some interior decorator would come and say, well, we'll put it all together. But people come and say, well, what happened here? Is people moving or somebody died? What's happening? And we say, well, we're not real estate agents. Here is our booklet from the real estate agent.
Call them.
And call them and find out
So
the
it
rest of
works-
the story.
It works good for cross
It's
referencing.
gold for
Yeah.
everybody.
So
Great. I look forward to hearing more information.
I want to hear also about some cool pieces that you've sold in estate sales. So stay tuned, folks. We'll be back with more.